Here's your weekly stock market recap for August 18th through the 22nd, 2025. The Dow Jones rose about 1.7% this week. The S&P 500 gained roughly 0.9%, and the Nasdaq climbed about 0.8%. Small caps led with the Russell 2000 up around 3.1%. Healthcare was the top sector, up roughly 4.6%. Consumer discretionary and communication services also posted strong gains. Technology lagged slightly, down about 0.1%. Industrials dipped roughly 0.3. Consumer staples and utilities were down near 0.8. A 90-day extension on China's tariff deadline and talk of semiconductor levies ease trade worries. CPI came in roughly in line with expectations, which helped sentiment, but PPI showed a sharp rise, the biggest jump in years, suggesting inflation pressures upstream. The 10-year yield ticked up to about 4.32 to 4.34%, while consumer spending and retail sales stayed resilient and oil slipped slightly. All eyes turned to Fed Chair Powell and Jackson Hole for clues on potential rate cuts. Midweek saw tech weakness. The S&P 500 tech sector fell about 2.5%. The Nasdaq slid roughly 2% midweek. Nvidia dropped about 5% during the pullback, and several AI-related names plunged more. One example fell around 16%. Retail earnings rattled markets. Walmart shares fell over 4% despite solid sales. Other retailers from home improvement to big box chains also disappointed, pressuring indices midweek. On Friday, Chair Powell's remarks at Jackson Hole signaled a likely September rate cut, easing inflation fears. Stocks rallied hard. The Dow surged nearly 850 points, about 1.9%. The S&P 500 and Nasdaq each climbed roughly 1.5 to 1.9% on the day. Recap at a glance. Dow plus 1.7, S&P plus 0.9, Nasdaq plus 0.8. Small caps, Russell 2000 up about 3.1%. Leading sector, healthcare up roughly 4.6%. Lagging, tech slightly down, retail pressured markets midweek. Key influences were trade policy, inflation data, and Fed stance. Volatility could pick up into the fall. Want to dive deeper into tech, retail, Jackson Hole, or sector shifts? Say the word.